I'm not sure what it is, but every single time I hit record, I'll need to yawn. It counts down from 3, 2, 1, automatic yawn. So I had to look that one up. Yawning right before you speak is often an involuntary nervous system response to mild stress, anxiety, or a shift in focus. Preparing to talk triggers a micro dose of adrenaline or a change in your breathing pattern, and a deep yawn acts as a reset button to cool the brain and increase alertness. So basically, I'm stressed talking to myself. Is that why my dog yawns? See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, is my dog nervous? This particular evening, I'm in the kitchen making dinner with my daughter. We're going to prep everything that's needed for chicken noodle soup. I'm not reinventing the wheel. It's your typical chicken noodle soup ingredients. So you've got your garlic, your onion, carrot, celery. It's not chicken noodle soup because I have a keto husband and a vegetarian son. So it's have the soup you want night. So basically every night I'm just making protein, carbohydrate, fiber, all separate. They cannot touch. They cannot cross-contaminate. They cannot cohabitate. They cannot mingle with one another. All our dinners are always deconstructed. That's just the way it's always been. Carbohydrates and proteins are not allowed to fraternize with one another. The weekends that my husband has guard, we typically have vegetarian meals, so it's a lot of carbohydrates. It's a lot of tofu and other ingredients that have dual citizenship, such as lentils. There's protein and there's fiber and carbohydrate, right? Yes, I believe so. And I typically like to season the chicken with Kinder's The Blend, which is salt, garlic powder, and onion powder. It's perfect. But this time I think I just use salt. Just salt on the chicken. I did add some Italian seasoning to the vegetables. I know I don't show it, and I should have filmed it, but everything was on the stove, ready to pick and choose as you like. The chicken, the noodles, the broth, and the vegetables. I definitely will not be discussing macros on this channel. I am not a nutritionist, so I don't have any business telling anyone else macros. Yes, there are a lot of dishes to be done at the end of the day. And here's the thing. I'm the one making dinner. I feel I should not be the one cleaning up. I feel it should be everyone else cleaning up. And people do help by bringing their dishes to the sink, but it's not the same as completing the circuit. You know, it's not the same as throwing the food in the organics and rinsing off the plates and then putting it in the dishwasher. No, there needs to be, I need you to complete the circuit. We need to complete the circuit, and the dishes need to be done at night. Period. But I don't live in a perfect world, and I'm a type B mom at most. Maybe C. Is that a thing? A type C mom? I've seen all these influencers and other people on YouTube and TikTok doing the closing shift, where everything gets put away and it's tidied up. And that sounds so nice, because it would be so nice to wake up in the morning and go into the kitchen and have it be clean and just ready for the day. But you know what happens? The older ones, they get up at like midnight. They come upstairs and then they cook, and then they don't pick up after themselves. No. So it's there for me in the morning, on top of everything else that I probably left out the night before, because, like I said, I'm a type C mom. Sometimes I'm just too damn exhausted to get to the dishes. I'm not going to have any dishes soon because I have lost like all of my forks. The Nargles have come and stolen our forks. I don't know where the forks are. I have looked. But hey, if you need a knife, I'm your girl. I have enough knives for probably 100 people in our house. Not 100 people in our house. That would never work. Just no forks. So fingers and knives. Finger and knife party. Do you have plans tonight? Oh yeah, I'm going to that finger and knife party. Only moms allowed. Or should I say only type B moms allowed? Because, well, fingers and knives. How was your weekend? Did you have a good weekend? I had a good weekend. I mean, I didn't do anything particularly fun, but I shouldn't say that. I did get to hang out with my mom and my daughter, and that was fun having a girls' day. I'm very curious, where do you take your kids clothing shopping, or do you do it all online? So this school year, we've shopped at a variety of different places. We shopped at Marshall's, TJ Maxx, we went to Kohl's. I know my mom did some online shopping. She went to Macy's and Land's End. Macy's is nice because you can get a variety of different brands, and the prices sometimes are reasonable. And Land's End, their quality is really nice, and their sizing is nice. I can't imagine that Land's End has the most trendy pieces of clothing for kids. For adults, it's probably a great place to shop if you're just looking for like basic pieces. Oh, and my mother also bought some stuff online at Nike for my son. I think most of his items actually came from Nike. I don't know if you were like me, but when I was pregnant, I was very excited for all the shopping I was going to get to do with my daughter. I was very naive. You're going to be the cool mom. You're going to know exactly what she's going to want to wear. The audacity my brain had to play that trick on me. It is almost family photo time, which is another reason to bring this up. I'm the one that gets to plan the outfits. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my future self. I'm sorry for my future kids. Or not my future kids. I'm done having kids. For my kids in the future. I'll just blame it on them. If they weren't so picky, you guys would have looked adorable in what I picked out. We do family pictures every year. Somewhere between late summer and fall. I don't have any photos, really, of my mom and my dad and myself when I was growing up. Which would be weird since they're divorced. But you know what I mean. It's nice to look back on photos of when my kids were younger and I was with them. I'm impressed that I've been able to keep on top of that because there's a lot of things that I have not been able to keep on top of. I have to say, I'm really looking forward to school starting again. During the summer, I tend to let them free range because I work remotely from home. This channel is not that. Baby steps, my dear. This YouTube channel is just a hobby. But back to them and school, like I was saying before I lost my train of thought. It's the end of summer and I'm just trying to survive. Survival mode, basically. I haven't been in survival mode since, I was going to say since my kids were little, but let's be real, last summer. But when my kids were babies, I didn't understand that was called survival mode. I do now. But it's the end of summer and I'm burnt out and I'm just losing my mind. I am craving some routines and structure. My 2 children are loud. I can't imagine a whole classroom of children. That's probably because I'm easily overwhelmed. I do often wonder about the teachers though. Whether they have children or no children at home. When do they decompress? Especially if they have children to go home to. All this school talk has got me thinking I totally dropped the ball and forgot to get my son's instrument of choice for the year. Never would I ever guess the instrument he decided on. They were given a choice of taking choir, percussion, or band. He chose trumpet, which is pretty darn cool. I thought school would send a letter out reminding parents, hey, don't forget your child signed up for an instrument. You need to go make sure that they have that on the first day of school. I don't know if they're going to technically need it on the very first day of school, but I don't want to be that parent that totally forgets the child's instrument and forced to take choir. Oh, he would not be happy with me. I have another important question to ask regarding dishwashers and your silverware. Does your silverware point up or does it point down? I'm a very opinionated person about this topic. I would like for all the flatware, all the knives, spoons, and forks to be pointing up. With everything going on in my house, though, I am not about to be a stickler about this. I am going to pick battles about something completely different. This is not a battle I am willing to die on the hill over. Who has the time, really? How many times can coffee be safely reheated that has dairy in it? I'm just wondering. Actually, I don't know if I really do want to know. I think if I find out, I might be a little bit grossed out. But it's really got me thinking. It's 7:55 in the morning. I've been up since 4. I think I've reheated my coffee 3 times. Don't judge. Oh, it's okay if you do. You're not the one drinking it. But anyways, I am 8 minutes into the video. I have not introduced myself yet. So of course you're new because this channel is new. So welcome, I'm glad to have you here. My name is Meredith, and this channel is all about mom life, parenting, lifestyle, momming, family content. I'm not trying to persuade you into any sort of aesthetic lifestyle because I'm not that person. I also cannot decorate. Our home is often chaotic, loud, and disorganized. So this channel will be unfiltered, raw, and unapologetic. I'm not perfect. So if any of that sounds relatable or something that you would be interested in, I would really love it if you would subscribe to my channel. I really do mean that. I would sincerely appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel if you've enjoyed this, my ramblings thus far. It's free, it does not cost you anything, and it helps boost my channel out to other people that want to see this sort of content as well. I would love for this to be my full-time job. In my previous video, I do talk about my why for creating this channel. I will happily say it again because it's worth saying. I really did luck out with my parents. I have great parents. They've helped us financially, emotionally, mentally. They've supported us. They've been there for us. I would really love to give back. I believe in my previous video I said they helped us out approximately $50,000 worth. I'm sure that's not correct. I'm sure it's much more. I don't have the means currently to repay them. And I know they don't want to be repaid, and I know they don't need to be repaid. I would feel so much more at peace with myself if I could do that. So subscribing to my channel, liking my videos, engaging in my content really will boost my channel and get it closer to being monetized, and then that money would go to helping my parents. So again, if you like any of my ramblings, I would really highly encourage you to please subscribe. I would love to say that this is going to be the last time, but man, this video has been very hard to edit. I will be blurring out my kids' faces as this is my channel and I do want to protect their identity, even though, and they have told me multiple times that they would be totally okay being on my channel. I mean, it's a little flattering, honestly. I don't know who they think I am. And this was the reason for doing the voiceover, because I tried initially in the video to just talk to the camera. I was constantly being interrupted by my daughter saying weird stuff that I didn't feel like was appropriate to put on my channel. It's not that she was saying anything inappropriate, it's just her showing off that she was on camera, you know? That I was talking as well. I'm guessing if you're around children at any capacity, you probably understand what I'm saying. I am a little mesmerized at the moment watching my daughter put salt on the chicken. I did ask her to put salt on the chicken. I did not expect her to add this much salt to the chicken. It's a good thing my husband's keto and he needs his salt intake. However, I don't recall the chicken being salty, so maybe it was fine. Maybe because it was frozen? Okay, let's talk stuttering. I have never been one to really stutter. However, making these voiceovers, doing these voiceovers, I find myself stuttering a ton. Also, what are words? I don't know. Yes, I purposely left those in. You know, making any kind of dinner, making any kind of meal, for that matter, with a child is so much harder than it has to be. It takes so much more time. If you think it's going to take you 20 minutes to prep, you're wrong. It's going to take you 45 minutes to prep. This is gold. This is real advice. This is stuff that they should tell you when you're becoming a new parent or before you think you're going to be a parent. It's the little stuff like not being able to go to the bathroom by yourself, needing to know where you are 24/7, like sleeping with you, like sleeping on top of you when you have a king-size bed and nobody else is in the bed with you. What's another one? I just had it. Doesn't matter. This is a good example. You don't remember anything anymore. Your brain is fried. You have used up all your memory for them. Everything that you thought you knew and that you wanted to remember, poof, it's gone. Now you're constantly thinking about them. Not a bad thing, just it's almost impossible to do anything else, to think anything else. There is a definite fridge clean out in my future. There's some funky smell coming out right now. I don't have a lot in my refrigerator, so this shouldn't be too hard to accomplish. I typically like to clean out the refrigerator the day before trash day. So I'll need to clean out my refrigerator this coming Tuesday. And then, of course, after I clean out the refrigerator, I'm going to have to do some grocery shopping. I would also like to prep some freezer meals before school starts. I think that would be a fun video. Writing that down, make that happen. I thought my daughter said something profound the other day to me. I need to stop watching YouTube shorts or TikToks where they just talk about squishies or the latest squishies. She was so sad because she said, I just want them all and I can't have them all. The ones that aren't name brand are probably just as fun. Yes, girl, they are just as fun, and they would be name brand if other people would just talk about them or hype them up, right? I'm just willing to bet that's how some of these squishies became name brand. Just get a lot of clout, I guess. And it is ridiculous what they are charging for these squishies. Toys that are just filled with this weird substance. Okay, mom, rant over. Okay, I have an idea and tell me if this is weird. Our bedroom is upstairs. Our washing machine is downstairs. My office is also downstairs. I think I'm just going to keep all of my clothing in my office closet. My office is just another bedroom. There's nothing special about it. I wouldn't have to take my laundry upstairs. I could just take it to my office, which is right down the hall from the laundry, and then just put it away. I think the hardest part is just bringing it upstairs. So if I eliminate that process, perhaps I'll be better at doing my laundry. My husband can have the closet upstairs in our bedroom. That man has so much clothes, it's ridiculous. I would love to get my hands on it and just declutter it. There is so much stuff that he has never worn. I bet this young generation would love just to get their hands on it. I mean, there's some original, like, Ed Hardy in there. Totally tacky. He would never even know. I would also really like to take all of his military stuff, clothing, accessories, crap, and just put it downstairs in his office. Actually, doing an office makeover for his office would be amazing. Perhaps sometime when he is like at drill or AT or just whenever he's gone for an extended period of time, redoing his office, I think that would be really fun. I can see the vision. Because he has collected a lot of really cool accolades, and awards, certificates, plaques, medals, and just some really cool thank you gifts he's received. His items should be displayed. I know he's proud of them. I'm proud of him. They should be out where he can appreciate them. So my son likes to give me a hard time about how disorganized my phone apps are. Apparently it's not aesthetically pleasing. He would really like it if I would just make my phone grayscale like his, or liquid glass as I have been corrected. The apps are all black and white. I feel like I'm just staring into an abyss. I have no idea what I'm looking at, and then I feel like I just have to search for what I'm looking for. I already get confused by some apps on my phone, like for instance ChatGPT and CapCut. I'm all confused by those just by looking at the App Store logo, and my daughter's Studio Pro Portal app for dance. Those two confuse me all the time. Capital One and DoorDash, the photo library and Instagram, those confuse me. Yeah, I'm just old. I have another gripe about apps on my phone, or apps in general. Okay, it has to do with the authenticator apps and passkeys. I understand the purpose of both. However, when an app directs me to use the authenticator app, I have no idea which authenticator app to look at first. I don't know how I'm supposed to tell. Regarding passkeys, I thought I set a passkey up, but every time I go to say use my passkey, something goes wrong because I don't know what I'm doing. Then I get frustrated, and then I decide, well, I guess I'm getting hacked. You know how earlier in the video I was talking about making deconstructed chicken noodle soup? Well, here are the vegetables that I sauteed. To the right of the vegetables, I have a pot filled with chicken broth, Italian seasonings, and a few bay leaves. The back left corner has the noodles that I will be using, not in the broth. I'll be boiling them separately in water. The chicken is in the oven cooking. Yes, a lot of dishes get used when I make dinners this way. But not a lot of effort went into this, and it makes everyone happy, so it is a win-win-win. It was pretty good, and almost everyone ate vegetables and chicken, so that was a good dinner. Well, that was fun. I'm gonna make a dessert now. Baby food bars? They sound kind of weird, and maybe that's not the correct term for what, or correct name for them. But that's what I've always called them. And that's what I'm gonna make. And I'm gonna bring you along so you can see. All right, so these have been made by my mother for a very long time, and I really enjoy them. I really wanted to share the recipe. I think if you want to read the ingredients, you really should just pause it because I can't recall what baby food that was. What was it? Apricots, carrots? I can never find them. I can find, like, I can't just find them alone. I can find the ingredients, the fruits, if they're like mixed with something else. And truly this tastes more like a carrot cake. Maybe it's because of the cream cheese frosting, but it doesn't taste much different than that. If you're put off by the name, you're like, ew, that's gross. No, it's not gross. Two other things I didn't mention here, but I'm doubling the frosting. So if you're going by my measurements, know that I doubled it. If you don't like how much frosting I ended up putting on it, that would be why. And that doesn't make any sense to me. Also, I believe the recipe called for cinnamon in the cake mixture, or wrote that down or not. I did end up putting pumpkin pie spice in instead, only because that's what I had on hand. From the looks of this clip, it appears I've never worked with butter before, but I swear I've opened a package of butter. There are very few recipes where I like cream cheese frosting. I actually don't really care for cream cheese frosting that much, but I do like it with like a carrot cake or these baby food bars. I don't really care for cream cheese in sweet things. I do like it savory, but I believe I'm traumatized by cheesecake. My son and I had ordered cheesecake from a very prominent cheesecake restaurant many years ago. This is wild, and it's going to sound like I made this up, but I took a picture, and I'm not making this up. Bit into the cheesecake slice, and there was a fingernail. I was so disgusted that I ended up reaching out to the restaurant's corporate and informing them what I had found. They said they would rectify this by sending me a gift card. Just wanted to be compensated for what I paid. I received the gift card in the mail along with somebody else's gift card attached to it.
This is so delicious. This is so delicious. This is so delicious.
How fun is that song? I really hope it's not going to be copyrighted. I wasn't filming, and that was very disappointing because I really thought I was. It's all right. It wasn't anything special that I'm making for dinner. I'm just making tacos. So I browned some ground beef and I added a ton of taco seasoning. I had a large can of pinto beans, which I smashed up with some chicken bouillon, sour cream, and cheese. I also microwaved some onions and peppers. I made some white rice. Kids gobbled it up. Tacos never last in this house. They would eat it breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It was wonderful. I have this fault that I never read something very well. Ordered some dog food online. I thought it was just dog food. I thought it was freeze-dried dog food. Freeze-dried dog meal and topper. Well, that's frustrating because I thought I bought dog food. I don't think a meal topper is meant to be as food. That kind of stinks. My dog is so picky. She doesn't eat a lot of the dry dog foods out there. Fresh stuff is very expensive, but that's what she likes. I swear I ordered this about 2 months ago. I will not be letting this go to waste. Your dog's weight is 80 pounds. That is 4.5 cups. 2 1/4 cup in the morning, 2 1/4 cup in the evening. The ingredients are chicken, chicken heart, chicken liver, sweet potato, egg, pumpkin, blueberries, cranberries, dried kelp, salt, preservatives, pea fiber, calcium carbonate, zinc, and a bunch of vitamins and minerals. So fingers crossed we will see. And it's not that she doesn't eat dry dog food. She does eat dry dog food. She'll wait until the end of the day to eat her food, though, because I believe she is holding out till the end of the day because she's hoping something better will come along. Speaking of my dog, tomorrow she's going to the groomers and getting a bath. I hope they put conditioner on her as well. So she's getting her nails done, her teeth brushed. I'm sure she'll hate that. Her ears cleaned. She needs to be brushed. She really needs a good blowout. I mean, I think she's blowing coat right now. There's hair everywhere. I made a groomer's appointment for her this morning at like 11 o'clock this morning. The appointment was at 2:30. I totally forgot about it. I feel so awful for that person that I scheduled the groom with. I stood them up and I didn't mean to. And what's really crummy about all this is that I made a grooming appointment for her about a month ago and the exact same thing happened. I made it for the same day and then I forgot about it. So I made another appointment for the next day and I forgot about it again. They probably hate me. They probably want to blacklist me. They're like, oh, don't worry about the dog. The dog's fine. You need to blacklist the owner. I will definitely be keeping this appointment because my house is suffering with all this dog hair. She has gotten her floof everywhere. It's all my fault. I really need to vacuum like daily, hourly. Have you seen these vacuums? It's not really a vacuum. It's like a dustpan. It's like an electric dustpan. So you just sweep the dirt right into it and it sucks it up. I think that is a cool invention. I would really like to have one for almost every space in my house. But having one downstairs and one upstairs would be a dream. The worst part about sweeping is the bending over and collecting it into the dustpan and then bringing it to the trash can. So this mechanism would be amazing. I'm sure it's nothing new. I'm sure I'm just new to this product. I still think it's cool. I think it would be cool to own. Appliances that make your life easier. That's when you know you're old. Because I also would like to own the Tinco. I think that's what it's called. It's the wet, dry vacuum. I don't know if it's a vacuum, but it like mops and steams and vacuums all at the same time. I want that. I want that really bad. Especially if it does a good job. Because if it does a good job, that could be a lifesaver. Our house could really benefit from would be and I miss this from my childhood. It was a laundry chute. Oh my gosh, I want a laundry chute again. Yeah, I want a laundry chute again. Kids could just put their laundry in the hamper hole and down it goes. I bet the kids would use it. I really do. I bet they would use it. I'm sure they would use it for other things too, but like the laundry just ended up in the laundry room. That would be so cool, right? No more wondering, is this clean? Is this dirty? Well, I don't know. Do you have any appliances in your home that you don't think are very common and they work really well for you? I would love to know, especially if they make your life easier. I also think I need house shoes, and not just myself, but I feel like everyone in our house needs house shoes. We all like to wear shoes in the house, but I don't want to track in what's outside back in, especially with hardwood floors, because with hardwood floors, and if you're not wearing shoes, you feel everything under your feet, and I find that to be a very disgusting feeling. But I know people are really particular about the kind of house shoes they own, and I can't do slippers because I'm hot if I wear slippers. Crocs? I mean, sometimes the Crocs are hot too. I don't know, I want something easy that I can slip my foot into that doesn't have a soft inside that will make me too hot. That would just defeat the purpose. I would want to take them off immediately. Maybe those Skechers, the ones that they advertise that you just are easy to put your foot into, maybe I could do that. But the thing is I find myself not wearing socks a lot of the time, so I'm thinking Crocs might be where it's at. Yes, probably Crocs, because I end up wearing my son's or my daughter's Crocs all the time. My children are the exact same size with everything. Shoes, clothing, everything. So I end up, and I just found out, I mean, not just, but like recently I found out that my kids have the exact same size shoe as me. So it's easy for me just to borrow their shoes every once in a while if I have to go run an errand outside real quick or take the dog out and I can't find my shoes because I'm disorganized. Gone are the days that I can just wash everybody's clothes together, like round up a bunch of people's clothing together and just wash it. Because when I dry it, I find myself wondering, who does this belong to? Is this dad's? Is this my son's? Is this mine? Is this my daughter's? And it just takes so much longer. So now I do wash stuff. Well, first of all, they're washing their own clothes. Second of all, if I end up washing everyone's clothes, I will wash mine separately from my husband's, separately from my kids, because it's just, like I said, it's just too much of a hassle. Oh my gosh, as they grow up, everything becomes a little bit more complicated because they're just not small anymore. It's such a bigger load of laundry to wash now. I can't wash all the itty bitty stuff together in one load. Now I have to wash like separate loads. I miss the days when I could take their little clothes out of the hamper and strip the mattress pad, crib sheet, what have you, wash their sheets with their clothing, and everything would fit, and then everything would just come out of the washing machine right into the dryer, and then I could neatly fold it and put it away. Now I'm washing like queen size sheets, queen size sheets, why can't I talk? Why is queen a hard word to say? Because it's not queen, it's clean. Queen. Oh my gosh, is it queen? I'm having like a malfunction here. Queen. I'm washing queen sheets just because I want to say clean sheets. That's really weird for me. I don't know. I think I'm having like a... I'm washing adult size large. I'm washing large. You know what? F it. You know what I'm trying to say. I hope you enjoyed those bloopers because I really wanted to take them out, but I thought it would be really important to keep them in so you could see that I'm not perfect and that these voiceovers are not the easiest to do. Plus, it's a little funny. It's a little funny listening back. These are my bloopers. I hope you enjoyed them. My son, my youngest son, is a salesman. He's a businessman. He is an entrepreneur. He has been selling things that he owns to make money because he wants an iPhone. And he asked me if he could have if I would buy him an iPhone. And I said, no, I'm not buying you an iPhone. I'm okay with him selling things that he owns because once I give him an item, I consider it his. Phone he asked me if he could sell my old Nintendo system, which, like the original Nintendo system, just been collecting dust in the garage. I told him, yeah, absolutely. You want that? Fine, sell that. I don't know why I'm keeping it. We did hook it up and try to use it, and it was just sad. I enjoyed it. And then I remember, muscle memory. Oh, that's so funny. Muscle memory, it just came right back. And I was able to remember how to use the controllers and how to make Mario jump and how to get to the flag. And I remembered all the little tricks. It's kind of funny how that works out. You remember Socrates, if you're a millennial? I don't know if anyone else had this. Everyone I've spoken to about this doesn't have any idea what I'm talking about. But apparently it was like an educational gaming system. My parents bought that for me before they bought me the NES. I think they thought it was probably going to satisfy my desire to have a Nintendo. I wanted to record this dinner because I thought it was going to be fire. I thought it would be so good. Thing is it had a lot of really great ingredients, but the seasoning was off. I ended up not really liking some of the proteins that I had mixed together, and you'll see. Because I make this all the time, but I always put it on a sheet pan and roast it in the oven, and it always turns out great. I decided I wanted to saute it, thinking it would give me the same flavor. It really did not, and that was kind of a bummer, because I used a lot of ingredients in this one. So I'm cubing up some bell peppers, all three colors, the red, yellow, and orange. I almost said green. There's no green. I really like green ones, actually. I think green might be my favorite bell pepper. I know a lot of people don't like the green ones. I'm just weird. I've come to accept it. And here to clarify, I like the green ones raw. I prefer the red, orange, and yellow ones cooked. Whew, glad to clarify that for everybody. So these Johnsonville sausages, I am cutting the jalapeno ones smaller than the cheddar ones. I wanted others to be able to differentiate between the two sausages. However, we were the only ones that ate it, my husband and myself. Speaking of produce, are we eating lettuce again? I just had romaine and tomatoes. Am I going to be sick? Look at that garlic smash. It really looks like I know what I'm doing. And those chopping? And that chop work? Yeah, that mincing that's pretty good. Okay, so I don't like annatto powder, which was in that first little packet. And then I thought, you know what, Tony's is way too spicy for me. I've tried it before. Hi, I'm from Minnesota. I like Lowry's seasoned salt. I don't know, is it the same thing as just regular seasoned salt? Like when a recipe calls for seasoned salt, is this what you gravitate towards? This probably would have been fine. I don't know if I like the broccoli in it. I love broccoli, but I don't know if I liked it in this. If I were to saute it, I would definitely leave the broccoli out. And the shrimp. I would leave the shrimp out. It was fine. Tasted fine. Nobody got sick. I cooked everything fine. But nobody wanted like seconds. And let's be real, that's the true testament if something was good. Hey, if you've made it this far, I just want to say thank you again. I truly appreciate your views and your likes and all of your engagements. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.